Intro music fades slightly into the background. A driving, determined beat begins. The air in the room crackles. Flashbulbs pop. Reporters lean in. A sea of microphones all pointed at one man. But he isn't playing their game. Not anymore. The day before the biggest fight, when the world expects a spectacle of words, Canelo Álvarez leans into the microphone and delivers a line that chills the room to its core. His voice, a low rumble, steady and final. No more talking. Tomorrow, everything ends. That's it. That's the tweet. But it's so much more, isn't it? It's a declaration, a promise, the calm before a perfectly engineered storm. This isn't just pre-fight hype. This is the sound of a man who has reached the absolute limit of discussion. He's walked the path, done the press tours, answered the same questions 1,000 times over. He's listened to the doubters, the analysts, the rival camps throwing verbal jabs, and now he's simply done. Think about what it takes to get to that point. The sheer volume of noise that surrounds a champion of his caliber. Every fight is a referendum on his legacy. Every opponent is the one who might finally have his number. The media builds narratives, fans create fantasies, and critics sharpen their knives. Through it all, a fighter is expected to talk, to sell, to perform outside the ring just as much as inside it. But with those few words, Canelo drew a line in the sand. He wasn't just speaking to his opponent. He was speaking to the entire world. He was saying, I have nothing left to prove with my mouth. My legacy isn't written in headlines. It's forged in the fire of that squared circle. This is the mindset of a true warrior, a modern-day gladiator. It's the ultimate expression of confidence. It's not arrogance. It's a deep, unshakable belief in one's own preparation. It is the quiet power that comes from countless hours in the gym when no cameras are rolling. The miles run before the sun comes up. The endless rounds of sparring, of hitting the bag, of pushing your body and mind past the breaking point, over and over again. All of that work, all that sacrifice, it boils down to this single moment of clarity. The talking is just static. The real conversation, the only one that matters, happens when the bell rings. His tone wasn't angry. It was ice cold. It was the sound of inevitability, like a force of nature that doesn't need to announce its arrival. You don't hear a hurricane negotiating its path. You just feel the wind pick up. That's the energy Canelo projected, an unstoppable force that has been set in motion. The talking phase, the strategic phase, the promotional phase, they are all over. Now, only the conclusion remains. Tomorrow, everything ends. It's a statement of finality. It implies that all the questions, all the debates, all the what-ifs will be rendered obsolete. There will be no more room for interpretation. There will only be the result. This is a masterclass in psychological warfare. While his opponent might still be caught up in the emotional whirlwind of fight week, Canelo has already moved on. He's mentally in the ring, gloves on, waiting for the bell. He's closed the door on all outside distractions. He's not thinking about the press conference. He's thinking about angles. He's not thinking about insults. He's thinking about combinations. He's reduced the complex chaos of a championship fight down to its purest, most brutal essence, a physical contest of will, skill, and power. It's a level of focus that few people will ever experience. Imagine having the weight of a nation on your shoulders, the eyes of millions fixed on you, and finding a place of absolute stillness within yourself. A place where the only thing that exists is the mission. That's what we heard in his voice. The calm of a man who has accepted the terms of his profession and is ready to execute. He's done explaining why he's the best. He's done proving his worth through interviews. He's done speaking his truth. Now, it's time for his fists to tell the story. And what a story they tell. Each jab, each hook, each devastating body shot is a sentence. Each round is a chapter. The entire fight becomes a narrative, written not with ink, but with sweat, leather, and sheer determination. This is where the truth lies for a fighter. Words can be twisted, manipulated, and misunderstood. But in the ring, there is no ambiguity. There is only cause and effect, action and reaction, the pure, unvarnished reality of combat. When Canelo says, "Everything ends," he means the speculation ends, the doubt ends, the noise ends. All that will be left is the undeniable truth of what happens between those ropes. This sentiment resonates far beyond the world of boxing. It's a feeling we can all understand. Have you ever been in a situation where you've explained yourself, defended your position, and argued your point until you're blue in the face, only to realize that words are no longer effective? That the only thing left to do is to act, to let your work, your actions, your results speak for you? That's the Canelo mindset. It's the moment an entrepreneur stops pitching and starts building. It's when an artist stops describing their vision and finally puts paint on the canvas. It's the point of no return, where commitment becomes absolute and the only way forward is through action. No more talking. It's a mantra for anyone who's ready to let their performance do the talking. It's about shutting out the external criticism and the internal self-doubt and focusing on execution. It's a powerful shift from the theoretical to the practical. Canelo reminded us that at the highest level of any craft, there comes a time when you must simply deliver. Your preparation is your argument. Your performance is your closing statement. The outcome is the verdict. The energy he brought to that press conference was a culmination of a lifetime of fighting. From a young prodigy in Guadalajara to a global superstar, he has weathered every storm. He's faced legends, unified divisions, and etched his name into the annals of boxing history. He carries the weight of that journey with him. And on that day, it manifested as a quiet, unshakable resolve. He wasn't just a fighter. He was the embodiment of his own destiny, ready to fulfill the promise he made to himself in a lonely gym years ago. So when we look back at that moment, it's more than just a soundbite. It was a glimpse into the soul of a champion, a rare look at the quiet intensity that fuels greatness. No more talking. Tomorrow, everything ends. It wasn't a threat. It was a statement of fact from a man who was about to go to the office and handle his business. He was there to settle what words never could, to provide an answer so definitive that no questions would remain. And in the brutal, beautiful, and honest world of boxing, that's the only kind of answer that truly matters. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the champion's mindset. If you enjoyed this analysis and want more content that breaks down the moments that define sports history, make sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Let me know in the comments what you think about Canelo's iconic statement. Until next time, keep fighting for your goals and let your actions speak louder than your words.